I taught my kids how to share. There's 3 different ways of teaching kids how to share. This one was one of my favorites. So he's older. He's 5 years older, and they would have been like 8 and 3. This is when she started saying no to him. She started finding her power. There was one piece of cake left. Now I made the cake. It was pretty healthy, but because I'm not into junk food. But anyway, there was one piece of cake left. So they said, Mom, there's one piece of cake left. Can we please share it? And I said, sure. So I heard them arguing in the kitchen. When they know I don't like any arguing. And so they knew all they had to do was say, Mom, can you come in and fix this up? But they didn't. They chose to argue. So I got up and they heard me coming and they just looked and they went, uh-oh. I went in the kitchen. I picked up the piece of cake and I ate it right in front of them. They didn't say a word because they already knew you have to come to me if you're going to argue. Anyway, they didn't. And of course, this is the softie that I hate so much. I made another cake. So anyway, and then I cut a piece out and I said, okay, now you can share this. So, and then I said, and I realized I hadn't taught them how to share. So I said, okay, what we're going to do is one cuts and the other one chooses. Okay. So you cut this piece in half and then the other one chooses. So we went with my son first because he was older. You should have seen him cutting. Geez, you'd think it was a science experiment. And I wouldn't allow them to use the kitchen scale because this was too much fun watching him. He's moving crumbs over from one plate to the next. Now, she was quite clever. I thought this was really brilliant. So he's so intent on them being exactly the same. So then he says, okay, I'm all done. So you can choose. She reaches over and she says, as she reaches, they were both identical. She says, I'll take the big piece. And my son went, ah, it wasn't. Anyway, so then from then on, it got to be a joke that one cuts and the other one chooses. But yeah, that was it. That was how I taught them how to share cake anyway.